American citizens, we are on the precipice of great change in our country. Not in the way that you or I may have hoped. Hope at times is irrational. We are citizens with a responsibility to our country to guide the hand of leadership in the direction that will be fortuitous to all of us. Not just the few, not just the exceptionally wealthy, but to all of us. I am not voting for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I got into a particularly nasty debate with someone because I said I was not voting for Joe Biden. They said that if I'm not voting for Biden, then I'm voting for Trump. I said, no, I'm going to be exploring libertarian options. I'm going to be reviewing the stances of the other people who are running for president. We have a choice. It is not as simple as if you are not this, you are that. There are other options. There are things that we as the people have a responsibility to educate ourselves about. You do not get to go on a radio station, have an interview, and tell people that if we do not vote for you, we are not black. You do not get to dictate my blackness. I woke up this morning, I was black. When I go to bed at night, I am black. When I was born, I was black. I'll be black until the day they dig up the dirt and throw my ass in the ground. And that is whether or not I choose to vote for someone who happened to be a black president's vice president. You are not my president, Joe Biden. Is Trump doing everything perfect? No. But nobody ever wants to talk about how he is fighting sex trafficking. It's so focused on the negative. People want to say things and point out the negative instead of trying to think, okay, well, what is this person's stance? No person is all good and no one is all bad. You have to educate yourself. Likewise, everyone assumes that because he chose Kamala Harris as a running mate, we have to vote for Joe Biden. The biggest problem I have with that is they call themselves helping him clinch in the black vote. I despise that term. What is the black vote? There is no the black vote. I am a black man. I don't care if 1,500 black people vote one way. If I do not agree, I will vote another way. There is no one solidarity. There is no unified black vote. We are individuals. The government needs to remember that we are all individuals. We are one people, but we consist of many individual people, each with our own minds, our own values, and our own things. And that's why we all get one vote apiece. You cannot group me in or generalize me with all other black people. I am not like every other black person you know. I have my own brain. I have my own thoughts. Maybe I don't want a vice president who is known for going easy on murderous police officers or going unbalanced levels of unfairness and disciplinary inaction against drug dealers. Do we want drugs in our streets in the community? No. But maybe we should start taking a look at how the drugs got here in the first place. Last time I checked, the inner city drug dealers don't just wave a magic wand and the drugs are just there for them to produce, set up, and distribute. That's not something that happens. They don't just magically abracadabra alakazam, here's some drugs for me to sell. Maybe you need to look at that instead of you're trying to punish the symptoms when you need to be punishing the source. And also, harsh penalties on single mothers because their kids are having truancy issues. All I'm going to say about that is some kids is bad. Some kids are kids. When I was a kid, I didn't always go to school. I skipped school. Wouldn't have made no sense to lock my mom up behind that because I made a choice. And this is the thing. When you're old enough to make these kinds of choices, you need to be held responsible for the consequences of your actions. Accountability is something that is sorely missing in this government. But, the idea that because she is black, that everybody's just supposed to fall over and be like, oh, time to vote Biden. Because if I don't, I'm not black. You know what? To hell with Biden. To hell with Kamala Harris. And I'm not voting for Trump either. Honestly, if you want my personal opinion, I think it's a damn shame that Kanye West is not actually on the ballot ticket because I would have voted for him. Why not? He might have had some good ideas. And the fact of the matter is, I'm going to be looking at all the libertarian options and all the third-party options, and that is how I will decide who to give my vote to. A vote for them is not a vote for Trump. And a vote against Biden is not a vote for Trump. A vote for Trump is a vote for Trump. There are other options. The problem is people are being led like sheep. They do not make their own decisions. They do not educate themselves. And because of that, they follow the flow. If enough people are making it popular to say, oh, if you're Republican and you represent Republican values, you need to vote for Trump. Then enough of them don't think for themselves and just blindly go, oh, yeah, let me go vote Trump. And that's how Trump got here. Same thing with the Democrats. They're no better. They see, okay, well, this is not Trump. You're tired of what Trump did. That means as soon as a Democratic option shows up, you're going to flood over there to vote for him thinking that's going to be better because he's a Democrat and because he's not Trump. Well, that don't matter. At the end of the day, you could be picking a different kind of devil. The devil's still the devil. If you're burning in hell, it doesn't matter what kind of fire it is. You need to start using your minds and think for yourselves. Anyway, this has been a Michael Miller PSA. If y'all hear me, treat your vote with care because it is a right now, but it is not a guarantee. It's a privilege and an American citizen's duty. Do not sit on your ass and not vote at all. Educate yourselves. Make the right choice for you and your family and your country. Mike Miller signing off.